Hi, my name's Karen Howarth from Brain Health Breakthrough. We are passionate about providing tools, strategies and techniques to help you with your health and well-being and share those in our local communities. And this presentation is particularly for those with brain injury experience. So I'm just going to share screen now. So this is a presentation I did for our weekly support group. And in our group, we agree to respect each other, to listen to each other, and to maintain confidentiality. And today's topics is how to find out what actually your own personal needs are, 5 to 10 minutes well-being practices, EFT Made Easy, which stands for Emotional Freedom Technique, and a guided relaxation. So please, this is your journey, your way. Have an open mind and an open heart. Obviously, if you're listening to this recording, if you've listened to this on YouTube or on Facebook, your comments are very welcome. If you tag me in, Karen Howarth or Brain Health Breakthrough, I'll be able to answer any questions, take away as much as you need, and relax as much as you need. So we're going to start with about needs. It's something that we teach a lot, both to our groups, all our groups that we run. I talk a lot about needs and meeting your own needs. That, if your needs aren't met, it can actually cause a number of issues. Apart from feeling like your energy drops down, you can actually start to feel depressed, or that sense of joy is no longer in your life. So it's a good idea that if you are feeling out of sorts, to address, what are my needs and how can I make some adjustments to make sure that those needs are taken care of. Obviously, we all know about physical needs, having shelter, food, water, sleep. We've also got mental health and well-being needs. This is sometimes connected to personal needs that I'm going to go into a bit more later on in the presentation. Obviously, our relationship with others affects us, and having supportive relationships in our life is really, really important. And spiritual needs, everybody's spiritual, but it's a sense of having a sense of hope, I think, in your life is the main thing. So this is a holistic perspective to improve relaxation. And what that is anything that helps you decrease stress. I've already said about the diet, staying hydrated, the exercise, your sleep, healthy supportive relationships and relaxation practices that I'm going to share. Some very simple 5 or 10 minute practices that you can do anytime, anywhere. And this has a kind of a cycle effect, that if you're maintaining practices that are for you, you feel like that you're addressing your needs. It makes you come back to yourself to check in, have I drunk enough water today? Have I eaten the right foods? And doing a relaxation practice before sleep helps you sleep. And also, the less stressed we are, the better our healthy, supportive relationships around us. So you can see how, from a holistic perspective, how this feeds into everything else that we do. So what is a personal need? Well, if we go back to the needs, everybody needs food, shelter, water, sleep, healthy relationships. A personal need is something that is personal to you. And this is something that I want to stress, that what is just something for somebody else doesn't necessarily work for you. And it's just recognizing what it is you need to feel that sense of upliftment. And what that is for you. It's something that you do, and then when you've done it, you feel a sense of joy, you feel a sense of peace. It energizes you, it uplifts you. And recognizing that that is actually a personal need that's personal to you. And it could be anything. To somebody else it might seem a little small thing, and this is something we really need to think about, in terms of, especially in the current situation, that, for some of us, these personal needs have been, um, you know, uh, taken away because of the circumstances, but looking at how you can, what you can do to, replace that. So that's something I'd really like you to think about. Um, and also, in terms of thinking and reflection, when you get up in the morning, that's when your day starts. That's when we adopt good routines. When you wake up, the meals you eat, drinking enough water, having healthy relationships, having setting time for yourself in what you need benefits your mental health and well-being. And I cannot stress this enough, how important it is. And having well-being practices can take 5 or 10 minutes. Underneath this video, I'm going to leave a 5-minute relaxation that I've put together. It can take 5 minutes to help you relax. And what I want to talk about is your actual breathing. Like your breathing sustains your whole life and your well-being. You take in a breath of oxygen that is then sent to your circulatory system. Your circulatory system sends that oxygenated blood to all the major organs in your body, including your brain. And as well as taking nutrients that to the organs in your body. And your breath and your natural normal breathing rhythm works alongside your nervous system. And when we are, our nervous system picks up from the outside, when it detects that things, there might be some danger, or there might be some stress. And that's why when we get stressed, our heart rate can increase, our breathing can become fast. And by going back in and giving different messages, it's all about our systems working together through a sequence of messages. That what you're doing is that when you're focusing on your normal natural breathing rhythm, and you're taking those conscious breaths, you're telling your body, I'm okay, everything's all right. And then that message goes to your nervous system, and the nervous system then sends out messages to slow down your heart rate, slow down your breathing. And there's been a lot of research how meditation practices, relaxation, breathing does lower the heart rate, does decrease that breathing pattern. So a simple thing, you probably heard this, take 10 deep breaths. There's so much in that statement. And if I'd invite you to take those 10 deep breaths with me now, hand top of one hand on your chest, one hand on your stomach, And just closing your eyes and breathing in and breathing out, 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 breathing in and breathing out. I just finished the 10 breaths in your own time. And when you're breathing in and out, breathe in and out through your nose. And you will notice a difference, like I notice a difference. 10 breaths, how long's that took? Probably under 1 minute. 1 minute to have an influence on your body systems, have an influence on your health and well-being. And the other breathing technique that I'm going to share is a square breathing technique. And if you can imagine that we're going to breathe in a square, and I'll demonstrate first that you breathe in for 4, you pause for 4, out for 4, pause for 4. And that is one circuit. I'm going to do that 4 times, so everything's 4 circuits, 4 breaths. So close your eyes with me on 4, in and out through your nose, breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, pause 1, 2, 3, 4, out 1, 2, 3, 4, pause 1, 2, 3, 4, and again. In 1, 2, 3, 4, pause 1, 2, 3, 4, out 1, 2, 3, 4, pause 1, 2, 3, 4, in 1, 2, 3, 4, pause 1, 2, 3, 4, out 1, 2, 3, 4, pause 1, 2, 3, 4, and again in 1, 2, 3, 4, pause 1, 2, 3, 4, out 1, 2, 3, 4, in 1, 2, 3, 4, and just check, has that made a difference on your health and well-being? And again, that's probably taken under 1 minute. And these are things that you can do in your own time, and it will make a difference in your life. And it is remembering to do these practices. And before I move on to the tapping techniques, I'm just wanting to say that I think when we need these practices the most, those are the times when we don't do them. And I want you to remember that you can access this anytime. I want you to remember that you can take those breaths anytime, in those times when you need to. So EFT is an emotional freedom technique, and there are lots of different points around our bodies that affect our meridians. And there are also, a number of phrases that you can do while you're doing the tapping. And the idea is that with the emotional freedom technique, it only actually works when you identify the right emotional tone. Like, emotions can range from anything from sadness to anger, hatred to love. And quite often we can get emotions mixed up and how we're actually feeling. So, make this easy. Think about something that's happened today. think about something that's made you feel emotional, whatever that is, and just see if you can identify that emotion, just one emotion. And we're going to do the tapping, and we're going to say a very simple phrase to ourselves, is that I love and accept myself. That often, things happen to us, in the past, in the present, in the future. And sometimes it's hard to accept ourselves and love ourselves. And by just simply saying that statement to ourselves, I totally love and accept myself, can have a huge impact on our health and well-being. Because by not loving and accepting ourselves, it can be the cause of a lot of other issues or triggers from that. So I'm not going to go through all the points in the body. I'm going to make this very simple. There are 2 points that we're going to use in this video. Is that there's one here underneath your nose, and there's one here underneath your chin. And you can choose, and you just tap with your 2 fingers, and you can just choose whichever point feels most comfortable to you. I just closing your eyes and just thinking about the emotion. And just saying to yourself, I totally love and accept myself. 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 Just a few more rounds. I totally love and accept myself. I totally love and accept myself. I totally love and accept myself. That's it. You're doing really, really well. And just check in. How do you feel now? How do you feel about the situation? And again, this is something that can take 5 minutes out your day. And you can do this anytime. All you need to remember, even if you feel like, oh, I can't identify what the emotion is, you can just say, I totally love and accept myself. It's simple. We do say the best things in life are simple. So take some notes from the presentation. What are your takeaways? What have you learned? What are you going to incorporate in your life? And do leave comments underneath this video, and I'm happy to get back to you with any comments. I will leave the 5-minute meditation underneath this video, which helps regulate your nervous system, regulate your breathing, and enhance your mindfulness. So if you want to get yourself, if you want to go and play the relaxation now, then please do. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Have a really lovely day. Enjoy your day. And don't forget to like our YouTube channel, to leave any comments, ask me any questions, and have an absolutely great day.